is Arts Beatniks. It's the KC Arts Beat Report. I'm Patrick Neas, and I love ragtime. We don't hear enough of it, especially in concert. But I have a guest today who's going to remedy that with a fantastic concert coming up on May 31st at 6 p.m. at Southminster Presbyterian Church. She's going to tell us all about it here in just a second. But first of all, I'd like to ask you to please subscribe to our KC Artsbeat YouTube channel, follow us on Facebook, and subscribe to our Substack at kcartsbeat.substack.com. And I'd like to thank Prairie Classical for sponsoring this KC Artsbeat report today. And right now it's time to talk to the artistic director of Prairie Classical, Destiny Mermagen. Hello, Destiny.
Greetings, my friend. How are you?
Very well. It's always great to see you.
You too.
And, I want to say right off the top that not only are you a fantastic violinist and run a terrific arts organization, people can hear you every day on KPR on the morning show. You're on from 9 to noon, is that right?
That is correct. They can get real sick of me real fast if they want.
No, you never wear out your welcome.
Oh, that's good.
And people can listen to you by going to kpr.org, is that right? And
KansasPublicRadio.org.
kansaspublicradio.org. And you'll at that website, I believe they give all the call letters for the various stations that carry you guys, right?
Yeah. Locally for Kansas City, 91.5 is the best.
Yeah.
But KansasPublicRadio.org is where it's at.
Yeah, I hear you very well at 91.5.
Oh, good.
Yeah, no, you sound great. So do tune into Destiny. Wow, we're coming to the end of your Prairie Classical season, coming up on May 31st. It,
Right.
it just zipped by, didn't it?
Yes. The old adage of time flies is so cliche, but so true.
Yeah. So 6 p.m., May 31st, the concert is called Ragtime.
Mm-hmm.
And now the people who will be performing, you and your husband, Michael
Mm-hmm.
Mermagen,
Mm-hmm.
cellist, and also the Prairie Classical side-by-side players. Tell us about these side-by-side players.
Right. So it is a string orchestra. And for this concert, I have a mix of students and professionals. My goal is for each student to share a music stand with an orchestra professional, specifically so they can learn what it's like to play in an orchestra and just see what it is like. So I've got some members from the KC Symphony joining and also some local freelancers. It's just a really fun community style get together, but on a very professional level because the students sitting next to the professionals end up really rising to the occasion. So it's really fun and remarkable to see how good it. I think it sounds pretty good.
Oh, I do too. I heard your concert last year of Piazzolla. Very complicated music, it sounded like to me, but you
Right.
guys just pulled it off with a plum, as they say.
Oh, thank you.
Yes. I love the way you work with young people. And I'm sure over the years working with these students, you've probably have played a lot of ragtime, haven't you?
You know what? I am surprised that none of these students have played any ragtime.
Oh, wow. That is a surprise.
So I always aim to give students, an experience that they might not otherwise get with their wonderful and great local music programs or youth orchestras. So this will be especially exciting for them because, ragtime is very different. The rhythms are kind of complex and it's not their usual fare that they do in school. So it's going to be a really neat opportunity. And also professionals don't get to, especially string players, we never get to play ragtime.
It's fun to play, I bet.
It is fun to play. The whole concert is just going to be fun and joyous. So if people need a break from reality, which don't we all, I think this concert will be a good, happy break. And it's only about an hour. There's a fun little reception afterwards. You could go out to dinner after or before. It's going to be really nice.
I hear you play ragtime regularly on your morning show on the radio.
I
Oh, it
do.
sounds so good. I know you have
Thanks.
some favorites.
I
Why don't you
do.
tell us about some of the pieces you've chosen for this concert?
So it was quite the challenge to find ragtime for specifically string orchestra. So a lot of this music, I actually ended up arranging quite a bit of it myself so that I could I could just
Uh,
keep it to strings. But the ones the really fun ragtime, Scott Joplin, obviously major ragtime composer. We're doing four by him. The Entertainer, which is one of the most famous, Peacherine Rag, which
Yeah,
is
I
super
love that one.
fun,
Yeah.
and New Ragtime, Original Ragtime, uh, Ragtime Sentimental, or Sentimental Ragtime. And it's really neat because actually each of these uh, ragtime tunes have a certain feature for players in each section. So I do rotate the students throughout the section, and every student is going to have a chance to play a really exposed and important part with their stand partner. So it really takes everyone coming together. Everyone's part is really important, which I think is really special for them too.
You mentioned ragtime sentimental, and a lot of people maybe in their heads associate ragtime with Alexander's ragtime band and bouncy and that kind of music. But I know that Scott Joplin wanted his music to be played in a much slower tempo because he considered ragtime America's classical music.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't expect it to be played like it's being played in a honky tonk. You
Right.
know, didn't he want it to be treated with seriousness and respect?
Yeah, yeah. And I think the music that we're playing really embodies that, especially played by string players. It brings a level of elegance, shall we say.
Yes. And I love the form of ragtime too. It really is as formal as a sonata, wouldn't you
Mm-hmm.
say? As that opening movement, then it kind of,
Yeah,
yeah, I
it's
love it.
fun.
Yes, yeah, Joplin took it seriously, even though it's a delight to listen to. He meant it to be played very, with respect. Maybe not
Mm-hmm.
seriousness, but with respect.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. And you're pairing it with with some classical music, which might, I think, complement and show off the classical aspects of the ragtime.
Right. So I'm what would I say? Strauss's version of ragtime.
Yes.
We have ragtime from, all different parts of the world, I suppose. Not quite, but kind of.
Uh-huh.
Leroy Anderson really liked ragtime music, and some of his music has that flair to it. And everyone knows from KPR that I love Leroy Anderson. Some people say Leroy, some people say Leroy, whatever, tomato, tomato. The music is great. So we're doing some of his most famous ones, Jazz Pizzicato, really, really famous. Pizzicato Polka, another favorite one. So Pizzicato is where the string players the whole time we just pluck the strings. I'm really excited for that.
Well, that's
And
Strauss, right?
and Plink Plank Plunk. Yeah, so Strauss and Leroy Anderson.
Yeah, yeah. Strauss had that kind of entertainer quality in him.
Yes. Yes. So the Pizzicato polka, it's so funny because it's a polka by Strauss, yet it still has so many similar elements to some of Scott Joplin's ragtime. It's like very intriguing to me.
Is it difficult to play?
Um, Yes, because everyone, when they play pizzicato, if I were to get into inside baseball, you could look at it and say, oh, that's easy. The notes are easy. But the trick is, most string players, we just spend our life bowing. We don't really practice pizzicato that much. We should.
Mhm.
It's really easy to rush and not be together. So I would say the challenge will be the ensemble of keeping it together.
Uh-huh. And Leroy Anderson, by the way, I say Leroy. I don't care if it was Leroy. And his music is so fun, but again, I'm sure you have to approach it with a seriousness of intent when you play it. To,
Mm-hmm.
is he very difficult? I mean, I know he wrote these miniatures, but
Some of his music is pretty tricky. I think the jazz pizzicato and the plink plank plunk they're not terribly difficult, but what makes them difficult, I guess I would say, using that word, they're really well known. So if you make a mistake, everyone will know.
yes, they are delightful works. I'm glad you're
Yeah.
doing them. We
Yeah.
never we never hear them live.
I know. It's going to be such a fun concert. And it's just so funny. The tagline is music fun because I think classical music can actually be quite fun and quite entertaining. I mean, of course, there are the serious and heartfelt and sentimental moments, but there is a lot of fun stuff in there too. And it's good for the kids. It's the end of the school year for them. They're all stressed out from their AP tests. I want them to have a little fun.
Yeah, and the audience too.
Yeah, and probably even the professionals. It's like the end of the season. We're ready to bang our heads against a wall.
Yeah, for sure. And they don't get to play this music, so it'll be a
Right.
nice, refreshing change of pace.
Right.
So this is going to be at Southminster Presbyterian. Tell us about this church and where it's located.
Southminster Presbyterian is on Rowe Avenue, and I performed there last year. It's on 6306 Rowe Avenue in Prairie Village. I performed there last year with Navo, and I thought the space was really nice. It's tricky trying to find a space for a side by side orchestra because orchestras take up space.
Yeah.
And it's also tricky to find venues that are supportive of nonprofits and affordable and sound good. And I really liked the space. So I also really like playing at Old Mission. There are a lot of great venues in town that I play at.
Southminster, I love the location. It's the neighborhood there is so green.
Yeah, that's true. It is.
It's just lovely.
Mm-hmm.
And in the fall, it's beautiful too. You should do a
Right.
concert there in the fall sometime. But
Yeah.
also, it's nearby lots of restaurants. So after the concert, which you say is only going to be about an hour, you'll
Mm-hmm.
be out at 7. Perfect timing to head over to Prairie Village, which is just right, there. Lots
Right
of
down
great,
the street. Yeah.
right down the street. Lots of great restaurants there. I mean, it'll be a lovely way to celebrate the last day of May.
Oh, yes. I guess you're right. It is the last day of May. Wow.
I know for sure. It's 6 p.m., May
Mm-hmm.
31st at Southminster Presbyterian. The concert is Ragtime with,
Yay.
with Destiny Mermagen and the Prairie Classical Side by Side Orchestra.
Right. You got it.
Yeah, it'll be awesome.
It will be.
And don't forget to tune in to Destiny Monday through Friday on KPR 91.5 for people here in the Kansas City area.
Mm-hmm.
And Destiny is just a delight to listen to. And also now are you repeated on the weekends at all? Or?
Saturdays, it's classics by request from 1 to 4, which is also on Friday mornings.
Uh-huh. So listen to her on Saturday as well.
I know, 6 days a week, you just can't get enough.
I know. I know. Well, we can't get enough of you on the KC Arts Beat Report, Destiny. It's
Thank you.
been a real pleasure having you on.
Yeah, it's always great to talk to you, Patrick. Thank you for your support of the arts and for what you do for the community in town. I think it's awesome.
And by the way, Prairie Classical puts on all these concerts for free, but it's not free for Destiny and Prairie Classical.
Mm-mm.
You have to pay musicians, you have to pay the venue, or all kinds of expenses. So please consider supporting Prairie Classical financially. It's so worthwhile to give these young kids a chance to play alongside professionals. It's
Mm-hmm.
just a one of a kind opportunity
Yes.
and very worthy of support.
Thank you. Yes. And I make sure to pay my musicians a very generous, fair wage because we all know being a musician is not for the money.
Yeah, right. And Destiny does have some nice, very generous patrons, but it's never enough, is it?
Nope, never enough.
So help her out. Well, thank you so much. And
Thank you.
please subscribe to the KC Artsbeat YouTube channel, like us on Facebook, and subscribe to our Substack, kcartsbeat.substack.com, because we will send information about the arts directly to your email, which is very convenient.
True.
I'm Patrick Neas. I hope you join me next time on the KC Arts Week Report.